Okay, so I haven't posted a video um, about our situation in a few weeks. One of the biggest reasons is Daisy and I both have been extremely sick. It seemed like we got better, get sick again, get better, get sick again, and at least twice she had the bug that's going around with the vomiting and diarrhea, and now she's had a really bad cold, and now I'm getting it. So, but anyway, we've been staying in a hotel, which obviously is getting a little expensive. We had help a few times paying for the room. My son and my cousin paid for a few nights. So that kept us, at least while we were sick and while the weather was at its coldest, it kept us inside and warm and safe. And so what we are about to do now is this coming Saturday, we're going to transition from the hotel to a bigger, more livable tent. We decided, after looking at campers and not finding a decent one for $2,000 or under. Don't hit me with that. Different places have different price values on things, and I saw some nice campers that were around that price range that we're unable to get to because it's just too far away, and I would have to put a hitch on the back of my car, which proved to be a bigger task than I wanted it to be. And so we've abandoned the camper idea. And a friend of mine who lives a lot closer to where I work is going to allow us to put our tent and our little camp up there on her property. And it'll be a lot closer and a lot more convenient to get him back and forth. And it's actually pretty much 20 miles from where that tent is to where I work. And it's just too far. Our schedules are too different, and we got to get closer to our jobs. But anyway, I guess we're going to call it glamping because we got a nice sized tent. It's not ginormous. It's not one of those that's the size of a small cabin. It's big enough that she can have a side, I can have a side, and there's room in the middle for us to put a little table and have our little supplies. And we bought a shower tent and a shower kit, which we bought a shower pump that you put in the water and it's got the shower head on it. And we also bought a water heater that you drop down into the water and it heats it. I have arthritis, and there is no way I'm going to take a cold shower. Even in the middle of summer, I will take a hot shower. We also bought a cassette toilet, which has gravity flushing. So we have some of the luxuries of home. Let's see, what else did we get? We got a solar-powered battery pack that we can use to charge our phones and our laptops and things. And we might buy a projector. Daisy's actually been wanting one for a very long time, and they've always been expensive. But she found a projector for, it's $50. It's under $100. It's $50, so it's not even close to it. It's halfway to $100. But I told her once we get everything settled, we'll get the projector. I think she's just really excited about that. And she said, if this is the way it's going to have to be for a little while, then let's figure out a way to make it an adventure. And so our adventure involves us having a toilet and a shower and a decent sized tent. The other thing that I'm gonna invest in is a cooler refrigerator. It looks like an ice cooler or a beer cooler, but it's actually a refrigerator. My friend is okay with us plugging a few things up there. So, and I just, like I've said before, I'm going to stop saying that I've lost my faith in humanity, because people have helped us. People have been good to us. People have done things for us that without that help, I don't know where we would be. And I don't just mean physically. I mean in the mental state of mind. It has been very hard. And I think that if you've ever been in this situation, you know how hard it is. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's it's heavy to be homeless, and people just can't believe it when you say, I'm homeless. Now, I'm literally without home, and the hotel is a temporary respite. But Daisy has not worked a lot since she started working, and that's not just because she's been sick. It's because the job that she does, there's not always work. I think last week the machines were broken or something, and she missed 3 days out of 5. So, but I think it's going to start picking up, and she's going to be working more. But, it is what it is. It is what it is, and we are going to try to make the best of it that we can. And we do have the potential to have assistance once we find a place. There's an organization that said that they will pay our rent for up to 2 years. There are certain criteria that have to be met. The landlord has to be willing to take state-funded payments, and the place has to pass a state inspection. So I'm for that. I'll live in that tent if it means that we'll find something that won't end up being like the place we had in Asheboro. And some of the rental properties that we found are actually tied to that company, and so we're not having anything to do with that. Anyway, it's going to be okay. I am medicated. I am seeing a therapist through telecommunication. Also a psychiatrist who has prescribed medications for my bipolar disorder, PTSD, and my anxiety disorder. So that's probably why I sound a little numb, because I am. But it's going to be okay.